KCS and KLA submits memo to CM Sonowal, raises several key points. KSA rejects allegation made by Congress, denies link of leaders on border lane cell. Hello and welcome to Karbi Anglong Live. I'm Julie Hansapi with the latest news for today. And now the news in details. The Karbi Cultural Society and the Karbi Lamet Amai, the apex bodies of the Karbi culture and language, had on Tuesday submitted a joint memorandum to the Chief Minister of Assam through the DC of Karbi Anglong. In the memorandum, they have raised several key issues related to the suffering of the Karbis living outside Karbi Anglong and the Mahasau. The Karbi apex bodies in their memorandum highlighted the burning issues and problems of the Dumra Karbis or the plain Karbis living in the plain districts of Assam, who are deprived of several rights and facilities. One of the most important issues the apex bodies pointed out is that they have not been included in the ST category, unlike the Karbis living in the hill districts. The Karbi Cultural Society and Karbi Lamet Amai had raised several pertinent issues of the Karbis living outside the jurisdiction of Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council and North Kachar Hills Autonomous Council in particular, and the Karbis in general. In their memorandum to the CM Sarbananda Sonowal, KCS and KLA had demanded recognition of the Karbi tribe as a scheduled tribe in the area outside Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council and North Kachar Hills Autonomous Council jurisdiction, formation of a 6th Scheduled Autonomous Council in Assam outside the areas of the jurisdiction of Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council and North Kachar Hills Autonomous Council comprising the areas where Karbis are in majority. Declaration of Dispur LAC as reserved constituency for ST. The apex bodies also demanded issuing of land pattas to the Karbi landholders in the plain areas, and that areas in Dimoria inhabited by Karbis should be kept out of the purview of the state capital expansion plan. The two apex bodies have strongly demanded allotment of land to Karbi Bangkhe Assam for performing various festivals of the Karbis by the Assam and sanctioning of funds to develop infrastructure in the land. Provision of grant in aid by the state government for holding Dehal Kachardom, appointment of at least 100 teachers for teaching Karbi language in the government-run schools in the area outside the jurisdiction of Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council and North Kachar Hills Autonomous Council, and that Karbi language should be made an associate official language of Assam. During the memorandum submission at DC's office in Diphu, KCS President Chandra Singh Crow was accompanied by KCS General Secretary Vidya Singh Rompi, KLA President Hidinath Rompi, and KLA General Secretary Leeladhar Teron, along with other officials of both the organization. News Desk Report, Karbi Anglong Live. The Karbi Students KSA Dokmuka Regional Committee, Diphu Regional Committee and Hamran Regional Committee jointly held a press conference on Monday evening at Forest IB Dokmuka. The press meet was called to clarify the alleged connection of KSA leaders in the illegal sale of land in the Assam and Nagaland border areas. The students' body stated that the allegation made by the Karbi Anglong District Committee were baseless and not at all true. KSA had strongly condemned the Karbi Anglong District Congress social media and IT department for their posts on Facebook page accusing existing KSA General Secretary Thang Sing Timung, former President Leon Ingling and Barnabas Killing of carrying out illegal sale of land in the Assam and Nagaland border areas. The organization stated that those allegations were baseless and only aimed at doing ill to the organization. The students' bodies also said that the Congress had taken such steps only for their political gains and to smear the reputation of KSA. They have urged upon the Congress not to accuse anyone without any proof. Demanding the Congress to provide evidence for their claim, the KSA have said that they will take up strong protests against the Congress if they fail to do so.
Khe long riaphan ajoini letum pinirni mantunita sacrifice lasin letum bangke pinirni la khe long ri apena joini si choyode ji bang letum bangke choyorji athini letum khe amo arbung binong letum khe amo arbung atengsin letum bang aja ponthip si long ri long pat khe kireng ji phambe tum jisong ponthip ji pusi letum pini la bangso press meet bang bangke jaipon
nilitum la bangso press meet ke phalang ko galam mangala pulo hokpet ke kedamtang nthom aprang nilitum ma central committee nilitum kaching honai akon chun bang Mr. Thansing ti mung aphan long le akoi ki people lage krong this Karbinglong district committee congress social media and IT cell department ng si koipo labang so ke koy along nilitum bangke kropone ke alam bangke kupun ni pana din pe nitum kar jap khai long ri phan mesen ni bukar jap en na son nakar bokta bang nilitum kropone ke.
The students' organization has also urged that no one must smear dirt on KSA without producing any facts. The press meet was attended by Dokmoka Regional Committee Vice President Robin Killing, Hamren Regional Committee President Probin Timung, and Dipu Regional Committee President Norsing Inti. Samsing Inti report from Dokmoka, Karbi Anglong Live. Let's take a quick commercial break. Stay with us for more news. Welcome back after a break. With eyes on the upcoming MLA election favor, voters of interior areas have also expressed their views and demands. Deprived of development and basic facilities, the Borok Inti villagers has demanded road before the 2021 State Assembly election. Here's a report from our correspondents. Deprived and neglected for 3 decades by successive governments, including the present BJP government, Borok Inti villagers have demanded Bokajan MLA Dr. Numal Momin for construction of road connecting their village NH39 and Purana Pukali. The 1.5-kilometer stretch of this road is lifeline for Karbis, Nepalis and Adivasis that lives in this area.
Kalang lo embule na tabang bidala si embule ni sibak ta sarkahin penta do yimene pulatan subcentar abhakta la sini tumta nang chuni ni dun lo sar tum ho monang tum na hok mande theglong sita mini tum banang lang de
এনেকা দুৰ্ভাগ্যবশত আমি ইয়াত মানে পৰি আছো আপোনালোকে নিজে চাইছে আৰু আপোনালোকে নিজে ভিডিঅ' ফৰ্ম কৰিছে বা যিকোনো ফৰ্ম কৰিছে আপোনালোকে নিজে চাই ললে গম পাব.
The people of the area are deeply disappointed and frustrated over the 30 years of neglect of the area by successive governments and have expressed their resolve. According to the villagers, the road had been severely damaged from the transportation of sand and stones for construction of the Tenglijan and Purana Pukali road and has therefore demanded construction of the road connecting their village. The villagers told Karbi Anglong Live that they approached MLA Dr. Numal Momin for the road but has not been responded. Following this, the villagers said that they would not vote for him in the upcoming MLA election if a road is not constructed before the election. Subhas Terang from Langchiting and Anand Terang from Hanjang Langso for Karbi Anglong Live. What is the controversy behind a Facebook recent post made by one individual named Rensing Rongpar? What was the reason behind his attempt to tarnish the image of KSS President Chandra Singh Crow? The KSS had given the response to this. Chandra Singh Crow is among one of the most renowned personality of Karbi Anglong. He was the key person behind putting the Karbi culture from the collapse following holding of Karbi cultural events by different groups that had once threatened the entire Karbi society. So, what was the reason behind one person demanding that he step down and posting go back and KSS is not his personal possession among others? The post was uploaded by one person called Rensing Rongpar, whose post was widely condemned. The matter, however, emerged after BJP Jindabad chant was made by some unknown persons at the inaugural session of the Zonal Karbi Youth Festival of the Singhason KSS Unit Zone, which was held at Kurna Taro Playground inside Borchan on October 24. The BJP slogan was heard during the welcoming of HAD Minister Sumrong Hang.
Nilon kedo lake taralangso, kedamtang ni thoma prai inod social media long Rensing Rongpar bo bangfu. KSS atma fan son pho aki chok che jongpon lo. Alangli ki jongpon hada ke kedamtang 2018 aning kan pen pining an. Alangli son pho ke jongpon dolong. KSS ke Chandra Singh to akhi adat kali la jongpon lo. Alang li kijusi kes Chandra Singh go back kopi posi alang li an thedung alam the KSS me fu Chandra Singh ko phan option social media long karbo ponlong poma si lo sabang so putha ilutum milinon KSS me fu la pen kongsun ma phan ta kalam karju phan pan nilinon alang tulong palitampo.
In his Facebook post, the individual Ransing Rongphar said that KCS President Chandra Singh Crow is to be blamed for use of coconut at the inaugural event of the Karbi Youth Festival in 2018, the unfurling of flag upside down in 2019, and for the political chant at the Jonal Festival. He wrote KCS is not Chandra Singh Crow's personal possession. He should step down and go back, among others. Following this, Karbi Anglong Live met Karbi Cultural Society General Secretary Bidya Singh Rongpi to speak about the post. During the interaction, KCS General Secretary said that the KCS is not to be blamed for the political chant, as it was made by 1 or 2 persons who were in inebriated condition and was enjoying themselves.
Social media lo pinalam cekang bangke pacu bedamtang mipai pada pli army singa song kabar mailo kalau di secara itu doa mahut asam minister apan kantung karya mahut aso slogan kehanglo mani bukan kecok je pen BJP jindabat pun kita dah join pen pinalam cekang apela salam pena join ni tu kisah sapanta nonglo ke jo tum bolo Mesa similar porque itu demo la pelo la que quisieras tomar chok chikali mate quisieras hawarame tomar chok chikali mani in kahani kanditam kan ke chok chia joini.
The KCS General Secretary said that no one has any dispute that Karbi Cultural Society is a Karbi entity. He also said that Ransing Rongphar should have consulted them before making any unjustifiable and undesirable comments. News report Roshan Hanse, Karbi Anglong Live. Well, that's all we have with us for today. Thank you for watching Karbi Anglong Live.